Welcome all you plus 2 counting modifiers back to the stream. Welcome back to Cryptanalyst. TV's Noah here, water in hand. And it is my affiliate anniversary with Twitch, which means that these things that are supposed to only be visible to me, but the way that I set up my chat is dumb, means that you guys have to see it. So there it is. Anyway, we've been reading this very vampiric sounding story, and we've basically cracked how we do this. We decode the messages using a Visioneer cipher, and then we decode the password using base 37. Do I have that? There it is. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to continue doing that. This might be a shorter episode. I have a lot to get done today. But we're going to continue on with this path. So we already read this. Basically, in short, the story so far is that Ruby, our protagonist and author of these messages, lives in Cloudland and lives near an abandoned building. She's been having these dreams about this all-burnt-haired man who has been inviting her into the house, and when she has these dreams, she feels real tired. She gets real tired afterwards, and it seems very vampiric. But since then, someone has actually moved in, and it is the man of her dreams. Not in to say that she wants to get married, but in that it is the man who has been making her very tired at night. So, we're going to decrypt this, boosh, footsteps, and that's going to allow us to... Oh, I don't have the thing open. Hold on. I'm going to move this up here. You guys don't get to see all my files right now. I know this is on my desktop. But, yeah, the suspicious situation where she keeps having dreams about being called into this room, and then she feels real sleepy. She feels real sleepy the next day, based on what has happened. Why can't I find this? Here we go. Journal entry. So the last one we read was journal entry numero 7. So let's go ahead and read 8. Once again, we only have 30 days to complete this, and this is day 4. So hopefully we can keep up this pace and we get the good ending. Turn off that. Footsteps. Cacao. Control A, Control C, and we're going to go ahead and go to our Visioneer cipher. We already know what the keyword is, so we just paste it in there, and we hit decrypt, and here we are. I like to copy and paste this into the Word document, just so we have it in the event that there's some sort of final puzzle at the end where you have to go back and check stuff, which has happened in the past to me. October 8th, 2002, I had the dream again. It was pretty much the same, except this time it went a little further. After feeling the pain in my right side of my throat, I looked around and noticed I was in another room. I wasn't totally sure where I was, or even if I was still in the same muted gray house. But I realized something. Get real close because I took my glasses off. For some reason, even with trying to move, I couldn't. I felt myself panicking when I realized that, and not too long after, heard footsteps coming to wherever I was. Before I could see who was walking towards me, though, I woke up. I've been feeling uneasy ever since. I haven't even been outside or answered the door. I even thought I heard some noises from outside, even though part of me thought it was kinda silly. I ran into my room and locked the door. After staying there for a while, I left my room and slowly went and headed for the living room. After looking around for a while, and pretty much getting there, I ended up seeing something catching the light. I looked over and noticed a rectangular mirror with an oak frame against the wall that I hadn't remembered putting there. Right then, though, I wasn't even totally sure if I'd ever had a full-length mirror. I wonder how I got there. Interesting. So that's kind of a strike against the vampire idea, because vampires don't do well with mirrors. And then again, maybe this is the Van Helsing character that's trying to, like, protect her from something. I looked at the mirror for a while as I tried to figure out where it might have come from, until suddenly the image in the mirror started to change. Instead of reflecting what was in the living room, it was showing a room from that house. It looked exactly like it did in my dreams. When a table full of food started to appear, I went and backed away from the mirror and went and hid behind the couch. After a while, even though I felt unsure of whether or not I should, but also curious, I went and looked back at the mirror. It was once again reflecting the purple couch and matching curtains of the living room. I really wasn't sure what to think, how to react. At one point, though, I felt a few tears starting to fall from my light green eyes, and went and turned the mirror so I couldn't see into it, or couldn't see in it. Interesting. The dreams weren't bad enough, so now I have to deal with this, I thought, as I went and headed for the couch. I sat down and turned on the television, hoping the noise would provide some kind of distraction from what's going on. It didn't, though, and after a while, I turned it off and just sat and cried. Oh my God, did I cry? Okay, so 61, 71, 01, 46. 61, 71, 01, 46. Was that it? No, I'm not sure. I thought I was smart and did all of them. 46. Okay, that should be good. Decrypt. Wyatt. Oh no, it's going to be Bray Wyatt in the end? All right, let's go ahead and check 9. Wyatt. Is that a different month? Just out of curiosity. So this was the 8th. So this is going to be 2 days later. Decrypt! Alright. The method continues to work. There's a long time for the same method to be working, but that's fine. Makes me feel smart. October 10th, 2002. I walked by that house again today. For some reason, I decided to go out walking later in the day, something I don't usually do, and saw the guy from my dreams there. I hesitated for a while, not totally sure what to do, before I went over to talk to him. We talked for a while, and I found out his name was Wyatt. Nosferatu Wyatt. No, I'm kidding. I thought he was nice and handsome, and I also realized that he's not only looked like the guy from my dreams, he sounded like him. I tried not to let on about that. Yeah. But I must have looked like I wasn't paying attention or something, because at one point he asked if I was okay. I told him that I was, and we talked a bit longer. At one point, just before I was about to leave, he asked me if I'd be back later. I mentioned I might, and he said he hoped I would. I went on my way. I can't believe I actually talked to him, and am even considering going back there. What's going on? Why do I feel I need to go to that house and be around Wyatt? Because vampires. He's a vampire. He's gonna be a vampire. Wrong place for the code. Alright, so we put the code in, we hit decrypt. Ooh, did I miss some of it? Because that's a bunch of nonsense. Oh, did I not get this part? Yeah, there's 2. There we go. Got to make sure you have all of the code, or else it don't work. Decrypt, take a sip. Haven't been sleeping. Journal 10. There's usually no spaces in these, so haven't been sleeping. Got it. This is the next night. Decrypt. I am not a robot. There we go. Only a robot would want to know the story of Wyatt. Okay, let's continue this. October 19th. I've been back to that house and talked to Wyatt a couple times now. Okay, so it's been over a week, so that makes sense. I've also had the newest version of the dream a couple more times. Also, I don't know why, but I feel like my mind's foggy. I can't think about much of anything except the house and Wyatt. I even ended up going to that house once, noticed Wyatt wasn't there. I'm thinking of going and exploring it sometimes, and seeing if the whole place is like how I dreamed. Just get invited in. Even with how nervous I am about it, something's calling me. Telling me to go there. I don't know why, but I feel like if I don't, I'll just keep running into issues. I also haven't really been sleeping, especially since when I do, I have that dream. I'm hoping, though, that going to that muted gray house will at least help somewhat. I mean, it couldn't hurt, could it? I'll just have to make sure I go there when Wyatt isn't home, and leave before he gets back. That's a horrible plan. Like, you've befriended this man. You talk to him a lot. Maybe be like, can I come inside? I gotta pee. Let me use your bathroom. That's better than, like, this man that I've befriended, I have a strong urge to break into his property. Crystal chandelier. The crystal chandelier. Crystal chandelier. All right, let's do this and this and this and this. All right, so 3 days later. 3 whole days later. I went to that house today and it's exactly like my dream. You broke in? Well, all except that there's no table full of food. Everything else, though, the living room with the dark blue couch, historical... Okay, everything's the same. Got it. All of it was set up the way that I dreamed. The only difference was that even though the layout was the same, the rooms and ceilings looked somewhat less dingy and more fixed up than they had been in my dreams. Even though I should have been worried about that, I wasn't. That's a weird statement. Even though I should have been worried about that, I wasn't. That takes a lot of interpersonal knowledge to address something as a worrisome situation and then be able to address that you are not worried about it. Like, being able to say, like, I should have been scared is a very interesting statement because you recognize the situation is scary and recognize you are acting inappropriately. And, like, that should then make you scared because you're like, oh, why am I not scared? Oh, this is a scary situation. But, yeah. Just the little thoughts about how this character functions. For some reason, there was a sense of comfort. That is until I heard the noises coming from outside and figured Wyatt was home. So I left and carefully headed home. Carefully? When I got there, I thought about what I saw and what happened, and even though I felt comforted before, I got an eerie feeling. What was it about the muted gray house that had such a hold over me? And made me even feel like I belonged there. It made no sense. Also, was it a one-time thing, or would it happen again? Would what happen again? I wasn't sure, but even though part of me still said it wasn't a good idea, I wanted to go back there. I just hoped nothing bad would happen. A lot of buildup. I certainly hope we hit some sort of, like, apex soon. Are there anything else? Anything else here? Something bad happened. Uh-oh. Oh, dude, I beefed it. I missed the number. Oh. Missed a big chunk of numbers. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang. The crypt. Trying to hide. Well, that's pretty close to something bad happened. Trying to hide. How many are there? There's 21, right? So 12 would be what, percentage-wise? In terms of how close I am to being finished. Over half. Trying to hide. What? I spelled it wrong. Trying to hide. Boom. Ooh, this is very short. I was considering ending on this one, but it seems a little bit short. Which kind of excites me because I feel like it's going to be suspenseful, but we will see. October 29th. Alright, so it's been a week. I've been by that house a couple times today. I decided I'd go again, so I went and waited until I figured Wyatt wouldn't be home. After I got to the house and saw I was right, I went and headed inside. I'd been walking around for a while and... Wait, what was that? I hear something. Is Wyatt home? Oh no, he can't find me here. I have to get out of here somehow. Is she actively writing this while she's there? Because this is... I've been walking around for a while now. So this is her in the place is like... And now in real time, she's panicking, but writing. What was that? I hear something. Is Wyatt home? Oh no, he can't find me here. You wouldn't write this. You'd be like, oh, why would you stop? Okay, all right. I have to get out of here sometime, except now I'm not sure I have enough time to. I know I'll hide in this closet. Oh no, I hear footsteps coming closer and closer and... Hello, Ruby, it's nice for you to join me for supper! She wrote it as he was saying it to her in the closet. She was so panicked, she just wrote what she heard. So, yeah, this is just wanting to create a suspenseful situation in a genre, or not genre, in a medium that it's hard to do that. Because since this is a journal, everything that is happening post. Like, this is her report of what happened in the day. So to have something suspenseful that's happening in the moment is a bit harder to do. Like, the way that this would make more sense if she was like, oh my god, I got caught today. Should have been how it started. Because she has to survive to write this. Or if you really wanted to go, it's 2002, so this would be a little bit harder, is have her writing this on her phone. Because also, like, it's implying she's typing this. So she's in there with her 2002 laptop, like, you could have her being like, if it wasn't 2002, she was on her phone like, oh my god, I'm hiding in a closet right now. I was so stupid. I'm writing this to try to calm my nerves. I broke into Wyatt's house again and he just came home. I'm hiding here, but what am I supposed to do? Hope he leaves again? Wait for him to fall asleep? Something more like that would make more sense than... Because, like, now you have him talking in real time. Okay. Let's see what's next. Oh, I gotta do the puzzle part. Decrypt. A week. I spent a week locked in the closet. This is going to be... If this is about her being hiding... No, she probably spends the week with him, right? Because he does talk to her, so... Alright, this will probably be the last one I have time for. We'll end on 13. Woo! A week. Ooh, it's a longin too, so that's exciting. Following the shorty, that makes sense. November 5th. I'm pretty sure I've been here a week. Well, I mean, if you know it's November 5th. There's some pretty simple math you could do. I've been doing my best to keep track of the days. Well, maybe she doesn't know it's the 5th. I've been doing my best to keep track of the days, but it's sometimes tricky. As you could probably tell from my last journal entry, Wyatt found me. So again, the wording of this, which I didn't do the copy and paste thing. Often when you write in a journal, you write to your journal. You know, like, dear diary, I believe this. But that wording is to the reader about the journal. So now she's writing to a human. She's writing to a person. She's writing to us. But he did. After he grabbed me, and was bringing me into the dining room, me screaming as he did, he said, "Whatever could be the matter, Ruby?" He paused and said, "I don't understand why you fear me, especially since you decided to visit me," he said, holding my throat. Not too long after he said that, I felt myself being put on one of the unpolished chairs and heard him say, me for some reason not feeling like I could make much of any sound right there. "Ah, there we go." Oh wait, I forgot his voice. "Oh, there we go. That's much better." At one point, I felt him brushing my strawberry hair away from the side of my throat, and somehow said, my voice quiet and shaky, Please don't do this." "Do what?" I felt tears starting to fall from my light green eyes. She really wants you to know what color her eyes are when she's crying. As I said that, not too long after I heard, "You may plead all you wish, Ruby. It won't help you, though." I really wish I hadn't chosen that voice for this guy. Not too long after he said that, everything went dark. Sometime later, I woke up. After my light green eyes adjusted, I realized I wasn't in my room. I was in another room entirely, one from the house I had visited. You're in the same house, got it. Somehow, I figured I'd wake up in my own bed like I usually did. Instead, though, I was still in that house. She was used to the dream. Okay. And they lay there for a while trying to think of what to do and remembered what had happened. Eventually I tried to get up but realized I couldn't. When I did, I felt scared and worried about what might have happened to me, and tears started falling from my light green eyes. At one point I heard footsteps coming into the room, and when I saw who it was, said, "What did you do to me? Why can't I move?" He walked closer to the green canopy bed until he was right beside it and said, "You've been given something to relax you." He paused and said, "Don't worry, it won't harm you. It won't even harm me. I just couldn't have you running around trying to escape." "Let me go," I said, feeling myself start to panic. "No," he said. "I'm afraid I can't do that. If I can let you go, who else will I feed from? Because he's a vampire." He paused and said, brushing my strawberry blonde hair away, running his hand down the right side of my throat. "God, you need a haircut, girl. It is constantly getting in the way of your throat. Besides, you've so generously decided to join me, and I intend for you to stay here as long as possible." Not too long after he said that, I heard him leave the room, and tears really started to fall. I regretted coming here and was really scared that I'd never get out of here. There was a small part of me that thought there might possibly be a chance I could find some way out of here, but at the same time, the majority of me seriously doubted. That was a lot of commas in that sentence. And now, a week later, or at least I figured it was a week, whatever I was given worn off, I'm continuing this journal. How? How are you doing it? I'm not even sure why, though. Maybe it was a way to try to keep my sanity. Maybe it was a way to tell others what had happened to me. Even if I can't get out of here myself, I can find a way to make it so someone can find my journal. Is she typing it? Or is this a typed out translation of what she originally wrote with pen and ink? Maybe it's a bit of both. I'm not sure. All I know is that at least somewhat glad I have this journal to write in and that he hasn't taken it from me. Okay, so she says journal in that computer. I'm not even sure if he knows I have it or knows that my thoughts are, knows what my thoughts are, which I hope he doesn't. I just gave myself the hiccups. Also, he'll probably be back soon, and I realize I can move. So I'm not sure when I'll be able to write again. For now, I'll just hide this journal and hope Wyatt doesn't find it. then write more when I am able to. And that's going to do it for today. We are 13 journals in. There are 21, so there are 8 to go. We will continue with Cryptanalyst next time. Again, I'm going away. I'll be at MagFest if you're watching this. I am going to be at MagFest. Come see me do comedy on Saturday. But that means no streams until next week. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to subscribe to Plus 2 Comedy Gaming. Join me live, Plus 2 Comedy on Twitch. And I will see you all next time. Which won't be for a while, but still, I'll be thinking of you.